What up, wrestling world? It's your boy Heel Steven. I am back with a new video. So word is going out. It's a little bit of breaking news. Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist, was a guest on Mark Madden's show on 105.9 X radio station, and during this interview, he did say that he plans on taking a break from wrestling next year, and that he will not be re-signing with TNA Impact Wrestling. That his current deal with TNA ends this coming January. And he also said that he is not in a pursuit to sign with WWE. Alright, I think Kurt Angle was one of those guys that will go down as one of the greatest of all time. Kurt Angle, who is currently in his mid-40s, when he goes out there and performs, he works his ass off. That I will never take away from him. The guy is a complete cyborg, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, when you look at Kurt Angle, this is a guy, let's be honest, the guy put his body through hell and back. This is a guy who's had numerous injuries, numerous surgeries, and I think at the end of the day, he does deserve a break from professional wrestling. Maybe a year, maybe two, who knows really at the end of the day. His run in TNA, very great if you ask me. There's some things that he did in TNA that kind of scratched my head too. For example, the Jeff Jarrett, Karen Jarrett 2010, when in real life, Kurt Angle was getting divorced from Karen Jarrett, and Karen fell in love with Jeff Jarrett. They had something on the side, and if I was Kurt, I don't know how the hell he did it, but he did. He managed to work that angle with Jeff Jarrett, Karen Jarrett, but he did. Alright, but overall, Kurt Angle and TNA had some very great, phenomenal matches with the likes of AJ Styles, Christian Cage, Jeff Jarrett to an extent, Bobby Roode, James Storm, Christian Cage. If I mentioned him, I'll mention him again. The list goes on and on and on. Nigel McGuinness, aka Desmond Wolfe. But overall, when you think of Kurt Angle in TNA, his main feud, his best feud in TNA was against Samoa Joe. The matches they had back in 2006, 2007, even parts of 08 were fucking amazing. I think at that time period, 2006, 07, parts of 08, TNA had an upper hand against WWE, in my personal opinion. But other than that, you think about Kurt Angle 2 in TNA, multiple time TNA World Champion, even Tag Team Champion. Hell, at one time, Kurt Angle in TNA held the TNA World title, the X Division title, the Tag title with Sting, all at the same time. Hell, he was even the IWGP Heavyweight Champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling at the same time as well. Even though New Japan won't count him, won't consider him as a New Japan or IWGP champion, but at the end of the day, it's there. If you go on YouTube, you look up Kurt Angle IWGP or New Japan Pro Wrestling or IWGP champion, you'll see him with the belt. I always hear from a lot of you, oh, we want to see Kurt Angle back in WWE, come back home. It's like with every former WWE guy that goes over to TNA, whether it's Kurt Angle, Christian Cage, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Team 3D, who are now back in WWE at the Dudley Boys, we always hear it. We want them to come back to WWE. That's where he needs to be. That's where she needs to be. Gail Kim or, Mickie James, what have you, etc. End of the day, listen, I'll be honest, I don't see Kurt Angle going back to WWE. I don't even see Kurt Angle signing back with TNA, period. I think Kurt Angle is one of those guys that, the guy made his money. I think he's done what he needs to do in professional wrestling, and he can just walk into the sunset, being satisfied with what he's accomplished in this business. Then again, never say never. We live in a society where anything can happen. Who's to say that in a year from now, Kurt Angle signs with WWE? I don't see him being a wrestler. If anything, I see him being more of a trainer down at the Performance Center for NXT. And if you are an NXT student down there, man or woman, you should be fucking honored that you're being trained by one of the all-time greats in Kurt Angle. That's just my take overall on this whole situation. Drop me your comments down below with your take on Kurt Angle, not re-signing with TNA, possibly taking a break, who knows. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Make sure you like all my videos. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next video, I'm HeelSteven signing off.